Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. His return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
1st and 10 from the 43. Once again, Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
180! Real.
Baker now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
We've set it down from the 37.
Good. 180! Done.
Irving on the inside give. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Regular. Kings. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They're throwing it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Chased out to his right. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And this one does not go far.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. First carry of the game. It's the rookie out of Missouri. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. You're going for it here. You're going to try to throw for it. They connect for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got first and 10 now from the 35.
Shut up. 70 Lions.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're going to face third down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
I'll air it out on third. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. They've
got a man in motion. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Back to throw. All in left side. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Okay, ready?
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Ready? 60 by 6.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers start off well to tie things 7-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Give to Irving to stop his drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Hey, alert 33. Stop.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. It's a big strike downfield to Agbuka. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
So 20 yards on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here's the give to Irving. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
180.
Right back to Irving now. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Keely Ringo making the play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they can be the big gains in next week.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, alert!
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
180! Stop!
This is Irving on second. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Regular! Good. Alert! 180! Point it right. What's up?
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the...
He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Hey, shit.
There's a dive up the middle. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Looking in the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they just gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pass play coming here. Throw cut at the 6. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
70 Lions. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Here's another for it. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers tie things up at 14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Returnable from the 2. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Downfield to Warren, he's got it. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Trying to throw this from the gun. On the move, past the 40. He has room past the 25. Big man's showing up the yards. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Stop!
Mayfield now off the play action. This is thrown towards a defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Throwing again is Baker. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular, regular, regular. Stop.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Oh, Jamel Dean gets him. It's an interception. And the Steelers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Thrown back, it's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's a throw. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It's a gain of 20.
No frills, Nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Go. Pack the 60, pack the 60.
Receiver gets it on the handoff. And he gets them the first. Not the biggest gain on the reverse, but it got what they needed.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
18 with Roger, 70 Lion. Dragon 60.
From the red zone on 1st. Connecting on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Ready. COVID-19.
Plowing up the middle. They're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Play action now. Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
60 Eagle.
They'll pass on 3rd and goal. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a
The
touchback.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Second down, Mayfield to pass. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a first down.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
180. Real. Point it right. What's up?
Mayfield now from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On second and 10. Mayfield again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Continued excellence from this defense as they force another interception, Brock. And now a little chance at some redemption for their offense. Had to settle for a field goal after that last pick. Now they get a chance at a touchdown once again.
Yeah, and we know this, Kate. We know the turnover margin in these games is so often a dictator, but when you add points off those turnovers and takeaways, well, you're often in on the winning ledger more times than not.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. But it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Let's go now. At the 60.
On first down, they'll run. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal.
Right up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
31. Buccaneers, 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
Drive begins with a run by Irving. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
180. What's up?
They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level with so much speed and length. You got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
King. 180. What's up?
To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Emeka Egbuka, the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long.
It's 4th down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
180. What's up?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
We've set it downs from 37.
79 Broncos. 10. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll come out throwing. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Metcalf there to bring it in. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
60 Eagles.
Setting him on the dive. The stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Steelers close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw here. Good play on football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
19 tight, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they send their back in motion right. Third down from the gun. And this is another one too close to that defender, Brock. Knocked away again, and this time it forces fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
Boswell able to knock it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Good. 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
180. Pistol. What's up?
Third and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down.
So first down from the 41.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Up. 180. Alert. Kings. Stop.
Baker throwing again. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What's up?
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
Hey, alert. 180. What's up?
Irvin here from the gun. And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down.
Alert. Stop.
Looking to throw on third and 1. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
What's up?
Desperation time here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across mid.